Hi there, this is Cheryl.
Hey, it's Adam.
We're part of the design team. We
are the design team.
And
at Prideful Sloth.
And what we're here today to talk about is our new game that we've just announced, Go Go Town.
Yeah, it's a nice little town building game that we're working on. Seems pretty good so far.
And this is, as the title says, super early pre-alpha demo.
Oh, totally.
Totally
pre-alpha, early sandbox.
Demo.
Yes.
Demo version 1.
Shall we jump in?
Yes, let's jump in. So Go Go Town is a town building sim, and what we are focusing on with this demo, which some of you may have seen at PAX, is exactly that, town building.
Yeah.
So let's start building.
Let's start building. All right. Tech agent, fix this building. Profits, mostly profits. Okay. Need some building materials to get construction underway. Crafted in the forest, and bricks crafted in the mine.
Yes.
Turn to the building pods what we've got needed. Cool. Alright. So here's our building. The basic concept of building and doing things like that in our town is we gather your ingredients from the world. Everything's physically based, so we want to make sure that you have all your items and you see all your things. You don't have lots of stuff in an inventory. Basically, it's all visible and you can see it all the time, as you can see.
All physical, all tactile.
That's right. Yeah, I think our kind of phrase we were talking about, which was the no magic pockets, was the term coined basically.
Did we talk to the agent? Did he tell us what
to
do?
No, let's double check. I was being a bit cheeky. You found the forest. Need some planks for construction. Use a chainsaw tool to collect wood from the trees. Use a table saw to turn collected wood into planks. Make like a tree and get out of here. Nailed it.
Yeah, your dad joke. You're so proud.
I'm so good at my writing. Isn't it beautiful? Just like other games where you gather resources and convert them, we kind of do something similar, but we have a little bit of a twist where we have tools that you can use.
Modern power tools.
I don't know if you guys saw that. We grabbed the chainsaw and have got this tree. And as our table saw, so we need to make those planks. Let's chuck some wood in the table saw. Should we just grab some more?
Yeah.
I left the chainsaw on the ground.
Put him back in his home so he can charge. Because it's a power tool that needs power.
It does.
It might not actually be true for the demo. But
no, and for the demo, we're still playing around with it, but we're trying to think of the idea of our power tools have a limited battery. And the more you use them, the battery will run out over time, so you have to manage how frequently you use your tools and when to put them back on charge.
And how many you might need for performing actions, or when you get to the point of being able to automate and hire people to help out, how many tools they might need to do that. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got our planks. Let's deliver our planks to the construction site.
Wow.
So that's 3. Bricks. We need to get our bricks. That was in the mine, so let's head up into our mine.
Let's talk to the town co-agent.
Don't forget to talk to the agent.
Because they have the best writing ever.
I totally do. Looking for bricks for construction. He has plenty of stone that can turn into bricks. Use the drill tool to collect stone from mining nodes. Use the foundry to collect stone into bricks.
So it's at the end of the day, as much as there's the dialogue that we need to do, it's a very simple game loop, which is, use the tools to collect the items, use the machines to upcycle the items.
Yeah.
And not everything requires upcycled items. The building materials definitely will, but as we see along the way, there's some things might require just basic stone and basic wood for whatever they might do in town. So
yeah, we'll be balancing that as we go too. So we'll be thinking of some recipes require lots of ingredients, some require a few, or you don't have to always upcycle or recraft. You could just deliver the ingredients directly to the place they need to go.
And as Adam's showing here, we have the storage so that you can store extra items. Since again the game is a physical game in terms of your inventory and space and everything going on, we don't you need somewhere to put the extra stuff. We don't want to stop you from getting 10 rocks.
Yeah.
You just might need somewhere to put those 10 rocks and store them until you use them. So
yeah. Instead of using a menu with large stacks, our game's we're going to try and do stuff where we want to have smaller stacks of items that are a little bit more important, I guess, just keeping things a little bit so you're not having like 99 stacks of things.
And after we finish the tutorial, we'll start to understand a bit more about some of those decisions and how town functions.
Yeah.
Because of that. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So the way we do our buildings is they're done in a few steps. We deliver the materials, then we get to cut the ribbon and see what's underneath.
And if there are people around, they'll celebrate with you, because everything's, when you build a new town, build a new building in town.
Yeah.
It should be a celebration. It should be a good thing.
Yep. And we kind of the concept we're working on is we've broken the buildings down into a few different things. So you start with a shell. So we've got our building shell here, and then once we've got the shell, we can set who we want to work there. And each shell type, I'll show you later, but we'll get to building, has a choice of fit out. So in this case, this building has 2 fit outs. We've got our fast food fit out, and we've got our crafter fit out.
I want
crafter?
I want the crafter and the what's supposed to be
a pet rock is a paperweight.
But
I forgot to change the string.
That's
the text. It's meant to say pet rock.
We're not shipping this tomorrow. So
no,
it's all good.
It's all good. So for this purpose, we're gonna make some pet rocks.
And there's Sandra, right? Is Sandra going to work?
Yep.
But needs some ingredients before we can make the pet rocks, aka paperweights.
Yeah.
So
rocks, where we see stone. Rocks.
We keep calling them rocks. Stone.
Stone we had in the mine, so let's go into the mine and grab some of our stone that we use for making bricks.
We had some stored in a storage bin as well too.
Let's double check the edge and make sure we're in the right spot.
Yeah. Stones.
Crafted into pet rocks. He knows what he's talking about. Mushrooms as well, eh? Alrighty. Let's grab some of our rocks. Let's grab a big stack. We've got a big stack of rocks.
Sandra will be able to make lots of pet stones.
Pet stones, yep. Pet stones. Paper rocks. No. Yeah. So just like we said with everything, we deliver all of our ingredients are delivered and stored in game.
And Sandra's off crafting our. Oh, look at those.
There we go. Boss is pretty happy with what we've done. Let's just give us a phone call. So we've got Town Co's trusted employees. Now this is kind of our end of our little guided example of how to
build town.
And get started.
Build a building. Yep.
Yeah. And after this, we'll go and have a good browse of the rest of the town.
Oh no! Is there no top hat?
No top
no.
hats. One top hat. No.
Sandra.
That's all right. Someone will come along and
buy
some more.
We'll talk to the guy one more time.
Let's double check.
I'm just gonna tell you.
You did a good job. Good job. Thank you.
Explore the rest of the town and take what you learned and go to town. Nice. Oh, yep. Go to town.
Alright, so let's start looking around at some other things.
They were nice and they were waving at. Everybody's waving at you. That's very nice.
Should we just check? He's pretty happy with what we've done too.
Now, this also, now that we've opened up, starts to get into the other aspect of the game that we were talking about and why inventory is limited. That red box over there.
Oh yeah.
Let's go hire somebody.
Yes, so part of what GoGo Town does is we want anything the player can do, we want NPCs to do in town. You want your townies to help you out. Anyone who lives in there can do the things that you can do. So in this case, we want to automate some of this work that the forestry area is doing. So let's set...
Gotta be Juniper. It's always Juniper.
So let's get Juniper working in the forestry area. And she'll basically do what we were just doing just then. So she'll use the tools just like we do, and she'll use the table saw. And
she's got backpack space, and it's limited, and so...
Just like the player.
Yep.
Shall we just see if we get it? We'll watch her get started, and then we'll go and check out the
Or
mine.
we could hire somebody in the mine and come back and see. Oh,
Yeah,
she's cleaning up after your mess. You left lying around.
All right.
That's very nice of Juniper to clean up after you.
She's going to do it. Let's have a look. So pretty much what we can do, they can do, which is kind of the underlying concept of Town Code with our automation part of it. We wanted to make sure that the players and then the NPCs all can share the jobs.
Right now, the AI takes a little bit longer to perform the actions than the player does, but...
Yeah, we did discover earlier on that if they worked as hard as the player, they would clear cut the forest. Oh, we wanted to hire someone. That's right. I almost
Yep.
forgot.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, we want somebody to start helping in the mine because, as we know, the basic resources. Hey, Ramona. Yeah, I love that hat. The miner outfit's awesome. But as we know, basic resources of stone,
Yep.
rock, stone to brick, and wood to plank is a very important part of the resource loop in this game.
Yeah.
So,
Let's
and-
clear some of this junk.
ooh.
Yep, and we're still early days, but we're looking into different types of building materials and things like that. So, mining for metals and mining for gems is a thing. Looking into those kind of things and just playing around with that. But, that's one of those ones, I guess, opening up to the community of, thoughts of what community would think is cool as we add them to.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, back and forth. We want to play around and see what's fun and what people think are interesting ideas as well.
And so, with that, we've been working on this game for just about a year now, and so for us, it's probably we see a little bit more of the bugs and the flaws in the game, and we would generally not want to show something this early. But we're also know that this is the perfect time to get the community in before we've gone so far down one path that it would make it really hard to unpick it. So what we've got is a core set of mechanics. We know, we have the basics in town. Everything's working. We haven't yet set up things like the tech tree and how that's going to flow. We need to still consider the start of game flow. We know the story and we have an idea of what we want to do, but we need to get that set up as well too. But really what we have right now is just a fun sandbox to play in, and now we want to wrap the rest of this story and the mechanics into that.
Yeah, so let's go over a few more of those things. So just like with all the buildings, we can see what's going on and what's needed. This building here looks like it needs a worker, so we can go in and we'll add Rusty. Keyboard's adding Rusty. The other one too is we've been thinking of lots of different types of characters too, so robots and ghosts and mummies and all types of funky things that we're trying to play with.
And right now, basically, again, another one of the ones is you just basically load into a randomized character at the start. Character customization will come in. If anybody's played our other games, Yonder and Grow, they know that we quite happily do character customization. It's a thing, and it will come in. It's just right now, the core of the mechanics versus the visuals and those sorts of things. We just really wanted to focus on, like I said, getting kind of the core of the mechanics integrated and working together.
Yeah. So moving along, we've got some other interesting things. We don't want the player always having to cart items to and from places. So another part of that automation is we can hire couriers. We can get Huck he can do that for us. So once he arrives, he's probably in bed. Or is he going to drive? Not sure.
As we noted too, you saw some of those slots on the courier building were locked. The idea being there, again, we will have the tech tree, and there's more worker slots. As town gets bigger, you can use that tech tree to start unlocking more worker slots, more recipe slots, all types of things going on. Again, working on that balance and where and how those slot into the gameplay for the long play is something that we're looking forward to working with the community on and getting that feedback on what feels right.
Yeah.
So, we know too that we've been playing this game for a year now. We know what's going on, and so we're possibly not the best people to pick the balance that works well for the new player.
Yeah, we've got a variety of things that we want to try out. So we got bikes.
Bell.
Bing bing.
If you say bing bing, you'll probably get the audio over your bell.
Oh, Ghost has arrived in town. We can ask him to join. Can't see him.
Oh, demo.
So we got lots of. So the train arrives on different times of the day. Comes with a whole bunch of different types of tourists. Sometimes with the tourist groups, you'll get a bunch of townies who want to come and live in your town. So here we have Damo. Damo, don't hide behind the tree, mate. Normally we would get them to do quests or some kind of little fun thing, but just for demo's sake, we just said, you just have a chat to them and then they'll join the town, and then you can add them to buildings and things. Might as well get Sid while we're here.
And some of them will have stories and things too, like just little micro stories, nothing too big or in depth. This is there's no long quests in this as such. which is probably also another one to comment on, is for the demo, we do have the little tutorial with the HUD explaining where to go and what to do. Our ideal will be that we will have a good enough tutorial that we don't need that in the long haul, but for a drop people in for a 10-minute play at PAX, it was the quickest and easiest way to kind of get people onboarded with what was going on with the game. So our long term is try and keep things to a minimum and or allow players to customize their HUD a bit more to what is important to them to be seen on screen.
Yeah. So what do we got? Where are we? This building's got no ingredients, so we need to get some crabs. Crabby crabs. So we do have fishing in the game. So we just got prepared some crabs over here. Alright, why don't we just... It's nighttime, no one's doing anything. Let's do some quick little bit of nighttime fishing.
Do you have room in your backpack for a fish yet?
Oh, good idea. Actually, let's deliver the crabs. Let's do that.
And then you can...
Getting distracted. Alright. Cool. So he's got some ingredients. With our day-night cycle too, we basically, the way it plays is nighttime where it's a little bit more quieter. We want you to... This is the time you would take to, set up your town, make sure all the shops have all their ingredients, solve any kind of lingering issues that that are in before the town the tourists come during the daytime.
I swear it looked like there was nobody driving the courier truck. I was what's
a bit strange. Hopefully during the daytime.
Ghost
couriers.
Ghost couriers. Yes.
I think it might be a small bug. We'll double check.
That's all right.
He'll probably come back in the daytime.
That's amazing, though. The ghost courier. Oh, that's so fantastic. Some of these bugs are great. Some of these bugs we found we actually kind of like and are now features.
Some, yes.
Some not all.
Yeah, so you can do fishing. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. We don't want anything too crazy. And we have another concept when we were talking about coming back to those tool use. Things that you can add, which is for fishing, you can add these little crab pot cranes where you can gather your crabs and crayfish and all types of little things.
What? Was that a crab just... What is that? Anyway.
Double check. Here we go. Here's one that's actually got something.
I swear that was a crab running away.
Might be. Alrighty.
I love it. Ooh, we're over here.
Fun little secrets as well. We've got little events and things that we want to try and inject into the game to make things kind of interesting, fun for the player. Different opportunities for how you would manage it too, and what you want to do in town. Depending on who shows up, you might want to tailor your town to certain ways of doing things.
High five!
Oh, high five!
High
yes.
five!
Can I high five? High
yeah.
five!
Come on, buddy! Woo!
Nice. So we got some alien tourists showing up.
And one of them's gonna hang out in town.
This guy looks like he wants to live. Let's have a chat to Ian Humam. What's up? Totally human.
Yep.
He's totally human.
Yep.
Totally
Weather
not
and
an
sports ball. That's humaning.
Totally. Oh, this has actually got that. Let's gather up. Cool. There we go.
So, do we want to go down to the next area too? And so one of the things to probably note about this is a town that's kind of already progressed a little bit. We wanted people to get a feel for what the game feels like once you're into it a little bit. Something that's more active and vibrant rather than going, here's a terrible town. You have 10 minutes to explore this game. Town's still terrible when you leave. We wanted to make it a little bit more something, so it becomes
a little bit of a showcase. We wanted to make sure we were showing off things so you get to see a little sample of what you could be. This would be somewhere in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
The level itself has been condensed as well, so you probably will have a bigger map.
Yep.
We're still playing
more
around
space,
with sizes and stuff.
Yep. Still be more space. Aware and how we're still, as you said, working on. But yeah, there'll definitely be more space once we get to the quote-unquote final map. So you can see the farm animals are sleeping
at night. Some more tool usage. I don't know if you guys saw that. We've got our blower for blowing things.
And that might include people, if you're so inclined to be mean.
Let's be friendly to these aliens.
Oh.
Take that.
Take that, alien.
Take that. So we wanted to make sure we've got lots of fun little emergent things that happen as you go with all the gadgets and objects, and have everything very tactile and springy and fun. things to play with. Lots of little interesting
The
moments.
hose.
Oh yeah, should we water the plants?
Yeah, it's a bit dark, but
Bit
it'll
dark.
still, people figure, yeah, they'll get it, yeah.
Again, it was coming back to the whole idea of not having having the tools always on you. The tools are something that you place in the level, and then you play and interact with them. And again, because we want our townies who work in town to also be able to do the things you do, it just kind of made sense to you place the tools down so that the other townies that can use, and it's fun to see.
And if we hire somebody, we can come back in the morning and they'll probably be using the tools. Why don't we hire
Yeah,
somebody?
let's get a farmer working here. So
Yeah.
when in the morning, we get wraps. We'll get our mummy to work on the farm at night. She's probably gonna have to sleep in the middle of the thing. What you doing?
I think he's still sleeping.
So while leave him alone. While we're doing that, why don't we clear out a space for doing some building? So the one thing we were thinking of, and this is something that's not added just yet, is we were definitely thinking of making sure that you can terraform and build whatever you want. So you'll be able to move the roads around. You'll be able to, put down footpaths or put down dirt or grass,
And really just
water and things like that.
Absolutely, just make the town something that works and flows in the way you want it to, and something that's for you. The other one too, we really haven't talked about, is the idea of player house where you can at least sleep, possibly skip some time. So these night times, if you're happy with your town setup and you just want to get to the next morning, you can go to your house, have a snooze, come back.
Yeah, so this is early days too. Our build menu is still very, very early in development, so this is just getting us across the line so you can kind of get an idea about what we're doing, but the whole thing will definitely change. So I just put down a nice big shell, and I'm going to put an apartment because we've had a few people arrive in town, they've got nowhere to stay. And again, we need to get our ingredients, we need to get our wooden bricks, just like we did before.
Would be a good time to,
I think I'll take the truck this time.
Why not?
Just gonna
Load
get
her
junk.
up.
Let's go get some.
I was gonna say load up the truck with some junk and take it and put it in the storage bin.
Let's get our bricks and planks. You can see the courier on that one. Looks like he's delivered something. Hopefully we'll see him in the daytime doing it. Let's go get some stuff. So the cool thing about the truck style is that they have a bigger capacity than your backpack, so you can really load it up. With your player's backpack, it's very limited, and that's by design. We wanted to make sure that feels that way. So everything's like smaller amounts, a bit easy to understand. You don't have to keep track of too many things at once. Doing some nighttime work.
Yeah.
Don't get paid overtime at nighttime anything. Oops. Alright, that's full, so let's just put our wood in our backpack.
Grab that,
Chainsaw,
put it back for
the
Juniper.
charge. Grab our planks. Table saw's moving its way. Let's fill up the truck.
You've left a bit of a mess for Juniper to clean up.
Just grab those and put them in the
Poor
table.
Juniper. Totally underappreciated.
How many have we got? Let's go 2 more.
That's enough for 4, I think it was 6 in total you wanted, 4 and 2.
Yeah, let's go grab some bricks. What do we got?
Yeah, we still didn't talk to this guy. We just blinked him.
He's alright. He's good. Okay, let's gather up some stones. Gotta go looking for those mining nodes.
She's done, Romana did a good job of cleaning up.
She's done a
Romana's
very good
been,
job.
yeah. Romana was busy in here.
Okay, let's get the bricks. More. I think that might be enough. Double check. Oh, there's one. Yeah, mining nodes and all the trees and things will respawn over time too, so you shouldn't be low on resources. Yeah, that'll get us away, I reckon. That'll get us somewhere. Let's see where we go. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go and selectively pick out of storage.
And there's a rock in the other one.
There's a rock in the other one. This is early days menu as well. This is just to get us over the line. Just so you don't have to try and guess what you're grabbing out of storage. You can quickly just go in and find what you're looking for and then selectively grab it, take it out.
And with these storage bins as well too, they're for you, but also if they have goods in them that is needed in town, the couriers use these bins as well too.
Yep.
And they'll come in, and so if somebody needs mushrooms for a recipe, which I think was a soup that needs them, he'll come in here, grab some of them. Whatever it is. These bins are multi-purpose, one of the things we've discussed, and again, another, thing to work on, I guess, with the community is whether it's worth having player-only bins versus delivery boxes, so that way you can keep a store of stuff that they don't take and deliver around town. So like if you have a plan, you've got your grand plan and you want to craft this, the big whatever, they're not taking your goods, your bricks or whatever that you need to craft that thing, so that you can store them in your sort of player-specific storage.
Yeah. Still playing around with the idea of how storage works and who has permissions to take from bins and things, but generally the way the couriers work is they'll do all that heavy lifting for you. As long as you have workers, or you do it yourself and you put your items in storage, a courier will take that storage, those items that are in storage, to somewhere that's needed, no matter what. So if I just had left those plots behind and we have a worker working the mine and farm, over time the courier, he'll manage to deliver the goods there for you instead. Might not be as fast as what you would do, but still makes it easier. You don't have to do as much running around as possible. And you can always add more courier buildings and more couriers to automate it even more if you wanted.
And there is an overarching story, like I said, that we've already got planned for this. We know, basically and it's been hinted at and talked about a bit on the Steam page and through our press releases, but effectively you're a young kid that signs up for this, you find this job flyer advert. It's, be your own boss, work your own hours, very, very kind of scammy type job advert, and you call up and you're basically hired on the spot and pretty much abducted and dropped into town.
Yep.
And this town is run down, it's past its prime. The people who have stayed are the elderly residents. All the young people have gone off to the big town, want to do their thing there. But these elderly residents that have stayed, they really believe in what the town used to be, and that's where they got involved with this town co to try and revitalize town. And that's where you come in as the new unsuspecting mayor of this town, and you're building it up and helping these people, restore this town back to what it used to be and what they really, the place that they can be proud of again.
Yeah. Basically, you're thrown in the deep end, and it's your job to turn the town around. Basically, in our little sandbox demo, a lot of it's done for you. So
yeah,
it's more about just having fun and playing with the bits and pieces we've got. What do we got? Let's see, 2 planks. Bam.
Beautiful.
So buildings, that was an example where this building was damaged. We didn't actually place it. It was just an old ruined building. So we want to try that idea too, where when you start town, you have some old derelict buildings that are run down, and so it's like you can, upgrade and fix and repair, and then add the types of buildings that you want. Yeah. What do we got here? Let's check in.
I think this is probably.
Oh, well, let's do Inhuman, and let's make a tavern.
I know. I always like Alien and Tavern, and we build it right next to farm, so it should be easy
to get ingredients. So everything's a bit messy in these bins. Let's just clean up the mess so it's a bit organised. Pop that pumpkin back in there. Let's go. So you can see here we got Spooks. He's working on the farm. He's harvesting his stuff, and he's watering the garden. And there's a courier. I think the courier's going to deliver. He's going to take the long way, but I think he's going to deliver some ingredients to the. Where are you off to?
Oh,
he is.
Oh,
He's a little bit wonky at the moment, but I think he's going to deliver some wheat. Let's beat him to the punch, and we'll grab some. Too slow courier. Let's get the
sugarcane.
Fish man. Fisherman's storing his fish down on the farm for now.
I think
he's run out of space, I think.
Yeah, his storage bin's full. He's just. Aldo is just too good at his job.
He's very good. Alright, we got that working. I think we've pretty much shown everything.
Yeah, I feel like we've got the basic resource loop. We've had a chance to talk about some of what is planned and isn't there. And I think really the big one for us is just, please become a member of our community, join our Discord, get on Reddit, do all this, because this is a game where we really do want to work with the community to build it. This is going to be through sharing demos. Along the way, we may be doing alphas and betas that we invite people to participate in as well too. And there's a long way to go on this still. We've been working on this a year, but we know that there's still a lot more to do. And
definitely early days, very early days. We've got lots of things we want to add, lots of cool ideas we want to try. We want to definitely involve the community in our thoughts. Our direction. Oh yeah, let's go now. Okay,
that's good, Dan. So I think this is a good ending point. That or the Graffle ride is the good ending point.
I was sneaking that in while you were talking.
Okay, yeah, and this is good fun. And there's just so much in this game that we really want to share with everybody. We might not even have a chance to show within this. And so, yes, please become a member of the community. Work with us on this. We love what we're making already, and we hope you do too.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope everyone enjoyed this early look at what we're doing. Thanks for watching, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon.
Beep beep.